Another person says, what is causing my distortion? When I was by myself, I didn't have no distortion, but I'm on Amtrak with individuals that's trying to find out about my secrecy. All right, that's not a good situation because I'm gonna continue making my documentaries this time because I don't care about other people a certain way. Let me explain something to you, right? Just because my astrological empresses have all their points of purity now, doesn't mean that I'm getting a divorce because I gave them all their purity. Now, if you want my empress to die because you want to rob her, that's one thing because you want to kill me, my empress. We're not gonna be zombies for the stupidity cause the galactical war. So just because I never recondition nothing, if you have people that's reconditioning and then causing certain things of purity and doing funny things, good for you. I'm the original man, all the empresses of all the higher conscience beyond and outer space on the highest levels to this point of inessential celestial earth and all inner points of enlightenment of all jewels, stones, and elements. So if you're trying to cause me and my wives to really get a divorce, well, I hope you could explain to the whole family at times why you're going after them one by one, eliminating them, separating them ahead of time from their conscience, making them stupid and going after them one by one because it must have been some type of infection that learned the anatomy of an individual or a person that learned to shoot an individual to cause an infection that's causing literal murders in the physical reality and while we're on the celestial earth. And when it comes to the literal humane condition of the empresses of their social economic habitation because I'm telling you what the situation is. So if you're trying to cause me that humbled myself just to even be able just to recover because of what happened before, I'm not getting into person's trying to cause me and my empress to get a divorce. Yo, listen, man, just get the fuck out of my life. Yo, listen, let me tell you, if you have an empress already manifested that fucked up, and then she's trying to be a Pharisee telling that she's gonna follow other empresses' orders to how they feel to handle situations and waste time when a person was supposed to receive love at a point of time instantly in a physical already were on a high level, and then on top of it, because they're trying to get, it's just like the main empresses that was stuck, that's trying to get recognition from the other empresses to get a certain type of guidance because they're following a regimen because they're saying if to get rid of me because I know the honesty, they don't want me as a people realizing the shame that they did to individuals, and then on top of it, then me recovering because of this, their type of situation in the physical reality economic system that fun having with reality have caretakers that's manipulating the physical because the endangerment that they already endangered itself because another person shot me in the paradigm and it wasn't in their level. Just like the same thing. So people are realizing they're trying to correct their situation, and then you have the fucked up empress that caused the situation. Like even some of the other empresses I already spoke about that probably went and slept with another man, did some other funny magic that they weren't supposed to do, caused infection with the empress, and on top of it, trying to empresses by following even willing to get rid of me, their husband, they're showing you is this side type. I probably have a probably out in physical suicide squad. So you're gonna have to literally get relations or before the system really gets murdered. For they're just manipulating the physical reality. Probably people think they work for me, and they're just watching other people's movements sometimes, and then it's like a nightly strike, and then next thing you know, it becomes like a workout. They tell you, and it's not a workout because I never did things like that. The way I did things is different. So another person is just literally just trying to get rid of you, and on top of it, it's like it must be the empresses are just saying do or die because you had an empress that was a real empress that was connected to the astrological empresses in a level that really caused a minor infection, and then every now and then she has to be operated or cared for a certain type of way because of ability of a physical reality. And the person says, "But who would be this?" Well, I got shot. So how much cellular activity would you have that's fucked up in the physical reality? And I don't have cellular activity. I have a plant. I make plants. So let's roll from DNA. I make this. You know, other people that lied to people showing off or trying to survive in a paradigm of time, big majority of an empress that really done disgraced herself. It's just like what happened with her, and then only wanted her not to manifest in the physical reality because the kids wasn't getting what they want from their mother, so they just decided do something to an empress because of martial arts and an empress that was disciplining them at the time that they felt malicious intent towards because they didn't like the way she disciplined them and then in the paradigm of time. So too bad for other individuals, you know. And it's carrying the paradigm of time, and then other people didn't want people realizing what was going on because of dishonor a whole legacy almost did to their own empress. And then you had other empresses that had other children that indulged in the situation that was embarrassment, and then when they manifest, they tried to make up to a form of honor because they were manipulated to being with another man like a Boston because they wasn't handling their habitation to their social economic humane condition to their legacy and lineage and being irresponsible and then was being spoiled and then next thing you know wanted to go live a simpleton life. And then when real things happen, it wasn't able to handle it on a real level of a celestial level, even on the earth, because I got hurt. So showing you that I was literally more than them, and that was the excuse to do all the funny things. And then now every other empress at certain times because another empress probably following me other places is fucking up our reality. It's just like my wife, Dawn Tall, when I used to tell her, yo, stop fucking hanging out with dogs and doing funny things because if you get caught up in that situation, too bad for you. You better hope none of them bitches in your social economic system got caught up with any of them fucked up situations in a certain type of way that was already fucking up their senses and that was only made for a certain type of regard. They shouldn't have been indulging with certain type of people in the physical reality, especially when it comes to finances. And I cut everybody finances because everybody had to know how to survive from the paradigm of time till now. So they were supposed to know how to make sure their habitation was okay when it came to their social economics. So nobody can tell me no. Dumb, we shoot hoes neither. These stupid bitches that was other niggas' boyfriend, girlfriends, that didn't want their parents manifesting because they're trying to hold their secrecy to a point they tell you in reality, and then some of them are already just so. You know, there was people that really had their own stone a certain type of way with certain things. So listen, be careful. You better know history, man. Don't let people make you do stupid things, you know. Other people got together, they started learning the science, they almost fucked up another empress a certain type of way, and then, thank you, sorry to let you go, sorry to let you go, sorry to let you go, sorry to let you go. And ever since then, I had nothing else to say, you know. Another person let you go, it wasn't for another nigga waistline. It was like, I'm the real Orion, the Orion original. It wasn't for another nigga waistline. You gotta let go for. So if you did something else, too bad for you. Good for you. And to my wives in the physical that already fucked up the empress that, you know, in the paradigm of time made a fucked up oath and deteriorated their habitation because they wasn't the empress and wanted to be the empress, and there was a continuance of physical until they could party and fucked up their life. Good for you. You know, don't get mad when I want to be with my wife or the real purity of my wife. And then chicks that done got at each other for nothing, for irresponsibility because something happened a certain type of way, and then things been through the paradigm of time of me recovering of bad deals made because the empress was already mad that her situation and people were supposed to be holding the regard, and then their situation was being funny. It's just like the element Earth Ninja Empress. That funny, yo man, I don't want to speak about it, man. You know, my real wife, I already seen her, and she's already hiding from other chicks. Another person talking about slavery. Yo, listen, you're in. Did you hear my other video? I love my wife so much. I filled up her earth. I gave her earth. I felt she was pregnant. The only way I was gonna be with her was on a foundation that we could be. Anyway, the only way I could be with her was on a foundation of a. The only way I could be with my wife was of a foundation of a earth for her to be okay. So I gave her earth and I fulfilled her foundation so she could be nourished if I wasn't around. She could have a natural covering. She could have the quality of what things that she want to do, and we could have a family through time. And on top of it, she was educated in the points of acknowledgement when it came to social economics. Don't hate on her. When it came to social, this one went to go hate on the other one. You know, when it came to other social economics, so you know, you be very careful about other people that's being vindictive in certain type of ways at certain other times, and then other situations that's okay a certain way, and then they over here when they were supposed to be with their husband somewhere else. You have chicks on this point that's not even supposed to be on this point. Yo, my dude, I never had zodiac chicks a certain type of way, bro. Yo, listen, I never told people to indulge in certain sciences. That's somebody's off. Oops, let me let you go. Let me let you. Sorry to let you go. A person that survived in time a certain type of way that may have fucked up their secrecy. Yo, listen, physics is real from point 0 to 10, you know? Another nigga gotta go home after seeing something like this, if you can go home, right? If the nigga go home after being around something like this, what are you going home to, right? And then you see where you around right now. Oh wow! It's like it's even a more dangerous situation in the reality. Like oh, oh no, just because you got your own hat. Oh right. That's why. That's why I'm on vacation. Well, I could do it, but another man. But anyway, yo, listen, let me explain something to you, right? My wife doesn't play a certain type of way. My wives, I say my wives. Well, I could say, if I'm humbling myself, I say my wives, but I say my queens. They don't play a certain type of way. My empresses really are handling a situation. And, you know, there's nothing, don't worry about anything else. You know, but I'm going to just be real. It is. Then the criminal men that does hormonal acts in a physical reality because of stalkerish mentality for what they want a certain type of way at a time. You know, this is why I left Charlotte in the Temple also, because they used to hold hands, they used to sleep next to each other was one thing, but when they started feeling on each other, kissing each other a little too much, I knew something was gonna happen at another. They weren't gay. I just knew that they were showing each other some forms of love because of what they were going to do to the other person if they ever caught them in the physical reality, and because they were going to cause a scumbag situations in the paradigm of time. And on top of it, it was for survival. But you know, so much things happened when I was about to get hurt that even children had to make their own regimen to survive. That was the most serious thing in life. But at a point in time right now, I'm never expecting nothing like that to ever happen again. So that type of mentality, you might as well forget about that type of mentality. Because I'm not gonna let it lead. Because if I'm educating you on the higher levels of elegance, I'm not gonna let it lead to that type of situation. I'm a man that was really way more educated than what you think, and that was the last time I educated individuals a certain type of way because of other individuals' education when it came to this economic calendar for the reason of their acknowledgement and to know how to handle situations without any funny type of leniencies when it comes to the reality for other people's excuses. So I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm just telling you just like this. If you have chicks doing funny things, don't don't play with me a certain type of way because I will literally my dude, my wife can't survive without me in a physical reality. If she belittles herself and anything and any one of them realizes one of them belittle themselves and in certain things it's bad enough my real empress is this in the mythology room, the daughters that I was married to my my wives, my other wives, their physics could be fucked up naturally just by indulging in funny acts of other individuals through time that was targeting because it's just like if I have a perfect wife, that means I have to have a perfect fit a certain type of way, right? So other people wanted to know the perfection, how to be the new daddy of the family, and they wanted to know how to manipulate my empress to get certain things. So they were targeted me and my wife's daughters, that was also my wives, that was the perfect physical reality of my wife, to try to get information paradigm. Once I realized that, so the only point I have to send my daughters to me because they're supposed to know the minutes at a time. Because I'm not babying them because they're so it's not funny a certain type of way because they niggas. They won't have you don't wanna be a fucking bathroom hole for a dick to be sticking stuck in anytime you want to. Ain't nobody fucking a corn try together because they wanted to fuck up this secrecy and make them violate the point of their consecration and of their holiness to fuck harmony for with your home for that. This is why you hanging out with that sat on your couch, I'm out. You're not gonna explain that. Same Aphrodite, I made sure Aphrodite was here. And then I had other empresses, I was hiding them because the intelligence level was supposed to already be up there. So I knew what I was doing a certain type of way. I'm real nice, bro. I just don't look like it right now. Because actually I do look like it. I just don't want certain people to realize it a certain type of way at a time. So be very careful. You see, I sit here quiet, I just don't say nothing. Good for you. I'm not thinking about situations. I'm just telling you what it is because I don't want to have to explain nothing because I just look at people like, wow, like I really got to explain life. Like after all of my wives, what is wrong with my wives? Are you on drugs? The kids on drugs? Something's wrong with you know something, man. I done told you, man. Don't sit at the wrong table, man. I'm telling you for a fact, man. If I catch you at the wrong table, certain, let me know, man. I'm just being real with you, man. Listen to what I'm telling you, alright? Don't go do the wrong thing a certain type of way. Other people were stalking my children, my wife. Not even my child. I'm not gonna tell them they're my children. You're my wife because you fit the exact measurement. You're a perfect fit. That's it. You want to. Yo, listen. You're my wife. Don't be stupid. You know, you have have a point of real acknowledgement. You do something and fuck that up. What's your name for? Yo, listen, man. Let me just tell you how real this is. If other people already targeting people to try to get my sons and my other daughters to get out my wives in a paradigm of time, because my wives never wanted to be separated with me. They were on some, here we go again. So my wife already knows how real it is with her regimen. If you had individuals trying to find out excuses to cause and pressurize people to be together to fuck up their sacredcy of their mythology because they wanted to see and know, it's just like my son energy. They couldn't get the answers for me to know how what his regimen. Physics is real and do something, right? You're a homeboy with a quick getaway and stuff. You better do something about your homeboy. You know. Listen. You know something? If you see it at a time, you don't see it. Another nigga told you life is real, it doesn't mean nothing to him. There goes the excuse. There goes the pharmaceutical. And then on top of it, some of you have to follow your regimen and some of you don't. Because something that happened a certain type of way, another person wants you to follow it at certain places. It's like the Ming family. They can't have you follow their whole regimen because at certain places they fucked up. So they can't have you following their regimen a certain type of way in a physical reality. Certain other individuals, they want you to follow their regimen because they know certain other things. Don't give an open door chance of rekindling something a certain type of way and then serious situations happen away in a minute. Don't you get over a situation? How's your face looking? Did you have any abrasions at the time? Word, I should get over all that. Huh? You know I got shot, right? I was just feeling chest pain just now. Another person say, what is going on? Either you're checking the fact that I was speaking to my wife in space, and then where I placed her a certain type of way, or you're checking something else, and if you're checking something else, soon be near you, real quick. Pardon me. But hey, man, wow. I don't have nothing against nobody, but you shouldn't be getting into my private life wondering why. You know, a conversation's a conversation. Nobody needs a dress. Nobody needs a person wearing a fucked up dress. I'm not stupid, man. You know, I don't tell people go out looking for crackheads. You know, too bad for you. You know, it's just like putting your mother's dress, putting your mother on a crackhead for a second, and you say, yo, listen, this nigga smokes crack. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. You okay? It's like my son go get a crackhead girlfriend and put his mother on, and he thought he was being okay. And I said, yo, listen, son, if you were tired and you just try to tell me something a certain type of way, I asked you not to tell me that when I made you make a decision at a time in a physical reality. What are you telling me? Now, you're never gonna, I don't care how tired you are now. So now, it's just like, you went too far, Bridget. You went too far for that then. you went too far to go fall in the dust bucket line somewhere else and then and shit. Nah, bro. You know, matter of fact, you won't become the man, but another person just waiting for you a certain type of way and stuff. You just don't want no one was gonna happen to you a certain type of way. Yo, Bridget, I don't have time for things like that. You know, remember that one night I was speaking about certain things? You gotta know what I was speaking about. Another person probably already had another mercy measurement for already. Oh, word? That was the situation. He was measuring somebody out like, yo, you sure? Sorry to hear that. Well, at least it'll be in order though. Wow. Another person said, what are you speaking about? The, it's like sanitation missing the Empress. The Empress, sanitation, I'm sorry, sanitation. Because, never told the Empress to be foul, you know? You gotta think about what I'm saying. Probably she needed a vacation and just didn't know how to say she needed a vacation, huh? But she's on a permanent vacay if I ever want to see her again. You have people that's gonna come looking for other individuals, but you can't. How did you have your empress? The other empress that told you was me, right? So what are you talking about? What happened? What? Oh man. Oh man. Yo, listen, man. Let me tell you about your drunk homeboy and stuff. The one that goes around smelling like piss all day, not caring where he put his pipe, and just says he doesn't care about life and stuff. You gotta be very careful because if a person doesn't care about his own dad, he can't care about his brother. So, or his family, or wherever they at. So, you gotta be very careful with certain other individuals, man. Another individual comfortable all over the place. That's what they want because they probably want a brave heart. So, yo, listen, you had individuals that had a regimen for themselves. There was a person that said, oh, they do, I told you about pre-prime trends and them transformer niggas that fucking up their life with concentration doing construction, right? Oh, my bad, demolition, right? What's wrong with it? Oh, you sure? Oh, I never knew you had to break it apart to fix it, but wow. Wow, too bad for you, man. If you have to take something apart to fix something, that means certain things around it was already a certain type of way. That means you had to. Anyway, I don't really want to speak about it. Say a one percent situation. I was tired. I was on a vacation, but my kids needed to be educated to reflect to know how real life was gonna be. And I couldn't say too much. I can't educate you so nice, and then you want to do some funny situations. And so, if they were gonna dumb down and stupidify themselves through time because they just wanted pussy. That's how bad they just wanted to know what pussy was about a certain type of way because they wanted me and my other wife to get a divorce because they wanted to know what it was on a level. Hey, I didn't never knew you were gonna dumb down yourself. You just like the Zodiacs. I never knew they were gonna lose themselves. I told them that, but I guess I had to be the first one to go on my little vacation and then says and just bombs away, right? I'm not dying with y'all this time. I'm actually leaving y'all this time. I was like, yeah, I know, that's why I be here. Toast. Toast to the finer things in life, bro. I'm not dying. I'm not dying with a chick that thinks she a queen. I don't got time for your Game of Thrones and stuff. Real signature somewhere else. That's what needs to be doctored. I'm not doctoring it because other niggas are comfortable, so they're gonna die either way. So it's like I just didn't want them to die the way they were gonna die because I'm not gonna lose my wife. Either way I'm gonna be okay. But anyway, we'll speak about everything else when I get this kind of level.